Good evening. I hope you're doing well tonight. I will give you a moment to get on so that we can do this card together. Yes, that is permanent black ink. I gotta get that off. All the Christmas decorations are down. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Hi, Arlene. I'm glad you're on with me tonight. Alrighty, tonight's card is a very simple card, and for the whole month of January, hi Mary Lynn, I am going to be using the Peaceful Gardens paper and the Peace on Earth stamp set. So those are the two things for sure. Hi Valerie. Oh, and the Hues of Blue, what are these called? Hues of Blue flowers. So the whole month I kind of geared everything around one paper pack so that we could really focus on using that, right? So tonight's card is a very simple card, but we will be making a sympathy card with it because I hate to say it, but we all need those sympathy cards, right? So we're going to get ourselves started. I'm actually going to bring the camera down just a bit so that you can see a little bit better. I see that Lori and Jeannie and Patty and Mary Lynn and Valerie are all on. Oh, good evening, ladies. I hope you're doing well. So let's get started. And then at the end, I have two things to show you. Easy peasy stuff. All right, so the base that I am using tonight is Night of Navy cardstock. And it is the 8.5 by 11 pack because it's Night of Navy all the way through. There's no white core. And when you go to cut it, you're going to have the same color on the outside as you do on the inside. Unlike the 12 by 12 collection, on the 12 by 12 Night of Navy, it is a two-tone cardstock. So all of the 12 by 12 papers, the cardstock papers, are two-tone, but the 8.5 by 11s are that solid color all the way through, just so you know. So I did cut it at 5.5 by 8.5, and then I scored at 4.25. So it's going to give us that basic A2 size that we love to use. Okay, so then the next few supplies, I guess that's the word I'm looking for, a piece of white or whatever light colored cardstock, because we are going to do some stamping on this, 1.25 by 2.5. I am going to have 3 pattern papers, and they're all from the same exact collection, all from that Peaceful Gardens, and they measure 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then I have another piece of pattern paper that is 3.5 by 4 3/4, and then a white or light colored cardstock that is a 4 by 5.25. This will be our inside. So let's get started. And we will start with this pattern piece of paper here. That was our 3.5 by 4 3/4. And this is going to be placed right in the center so that we have that beautiful border all the way around. Now the other side is very soft and subdued. This is the side that I used last week for that layout, but I really wanted to use this sprig and berry side. So let's get our adhesive. Oh, I'm a little bit sticky here tonight. Like I was saying earlier, all my Christmas has been put away. So now the house is just blah. I did pull out, some snowmen and a few winter gnomes and snowflakes, things like that, just to kind of keep it a little bit festive. And then I did bring out my Valentine's stuff, just because I'm like, I need some more fun. So that goes right in the center of our card. Oops, and I have a bit of something on my finger that just put a little something on my paper. Okay. Now we are going to take our 3/4 by 3 3/4 pattern papers, and all 3 of these came from that same collection, and you're going to place them on the front of the card like so. Now, this is where it is more your discretion. Maybe you're like, oh, I really want them to stay straight, keeping them nice. You know what? I'm good with having a little bit of a variation here and a little bit of a gap. You could totally do that. So it's completely up to you how you choose. See, this is the same as this, so that's why I chose the darker. It's more of the Secret Sea color. And then this is more of that Night of Navy. Now, I could have chosen this side with the doves, but I didn't quite get the heads of the doves, so it's definitely going to be this side. And I'm just going to start with one. And I think I'm going to do mine not, I mean, they're going to be straight, but they're not going to all be level. So I'm going to place this one. Approximately there. And now I'm going to use this lighter one in the center. Do all of you have your Christmas decorations down? Or you're like, I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer. If I didn't have a crop next weekend, I probably would have left it up one more week. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like that. So pretty. All right, I'm going to just slide this to the side, and I'm going to bring in this white that is 1 1/4 by 2 1/2, and this is where I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And let's see what's going to fit. I was hoping for heartfelt prayers. Yes, and then the inside I could do with deepest sympathy. Yes, that is exactly what I want to do. So we need that there. Actually, it should probably be the opposite. Patty, yours are down. Yeah, it's just, it's so blah. I don't like when they're down. All right, I think I'm going to do the heartfelt prayers on the inside. So that one's going to go on the inside. And on the outside, I'm going to do the with deepest sympathy. Now, the other thing I was thinking, so before I go stamping, I'm going to do a little cutting. I'm just going to kind of give this edge a little more pizzazz by cutting that little bit off. So it's more on an angle now. Okay. I'm just going to season this stamp up. And we are going to, oh, I like Misty Moonlight. And I do like the Night of Navy. I think the Secret Sea might be just a little too stark. So I really was leaning towards the Misty Moonlight just so that it's a little softer. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go a little softer. Oh, before I do that, though, I wanted to put just like a little halo of gray in the center. Just a little. just like so. And now we can stamp our sentiment on the inside, or I'm sorry, on the outside. I'm going to put this right in the center. Oh, that looks really pretty. Okay, now the other thing I had pulled was a little bit of ribbon. And I thought maybe we could use a little bit of that to kind of go behind. Something like so. I think that looks nice. Let's do that. Adhesive. I'm going to put a little bit here in the middle. So it'll be some, oh, no, I don't like that at all. That was too much of a, yeah, that's a little better. Okay, and we're going to put some dimensionals on this. Using my Take Your Pick tool, I will peel those little backers off. And I'm going to put it off center like that. Now we need to do the inside of our card, and then we will come back and do our embellishments. So I'm going to do my 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece next. And I'm going to bring that same gray just for a little wash where my sentiment will go. Like that. And then using the same Misty Moonlight, I'm going to do the heartfelt prayers. And we're going to put it right there. I probably should have seasoned this one up because it doesn't look like it's super seasoned. No, it's okay. Okay, we're going to put this on the inside of our card. Now, the pattern for this one actually would make a really nice masculine card. So we're going to take our 4 by 5 1/4 and we're just going to center that on the inside. Now you have enough space to do your writing. Let's add, and I think I'm going to go, oh, do I want to go darker? That medium? I don't know. Definitely not this light. I think I might go slightly darker for the embellishment, for the shades of blue, or the Hues of Blue, I think is what it was called. And I'm going to go a large one here, and then a medium-ish one I'm going to put there, and then I have a small one, and I'm going to go on a diagonal below, just like that. And with Sympathy cards, we really want to keep them more on the simple but elegant side, as opposed to busy and crazy. And that is our card for tonight. Really simple. I told you it was a simple card. But I think that is what it needs to be, right? For a Sympathy card. So that is what we've created. And again, I used Peace on Earth as the stamp set. Right here, these two. Now, it is January. So you know what time that is. It's time for a new catalog. And it's so good. I can honestly say I am in love with this catalog. And there's a new product of the month. And check that one out. You have a couple of scripties and then some very nice typed block. Let's take a look at them. These are all the photopolymer. Thanks, Patty. So they are photopolymer. Oh, they're a nice size. You can do anything. Look at how big that is. It's like 2 fingers long. Oh, that's nice, and almost 2 fingers wide as well. Oh, that happy birthday is beautiful right there. This is a good one. So the way the product of the month works is when you spend $75, you can order this for $5. And this is normally like a $20 stamp set for $5. Now, you only can order one. And let's say you did not get the pretty pack of paper from last month, from December. If it's still available, you would actually have the option of either getting the paper or getting the stamp, but you cannot get both. So like, let's say your order was $150. That would be right. You can't, I don't believe you can get both. You can only get one, and you can't get 2 of either. So I think it's like a 75 and then a 75. So it's 2 separate orders. But this I was really happy with. I thought this was a very nice stamp set. So I got that. And I'm just going to thumb through this catalog very quickly. Just very quickly. So I am going to raise the camera up just a bit so that you can see. So we're just going to get right to the nitty-gritty. So this here is a scrapbook workshop. It's called Love Story. So these would be the layouts you would be creating. And then this is another one called Exploring Nature. Now this will be a workshop in February. So I took the general concept of what they had suggested, and then I tweaked it my way. So you might want to join me for that workshop. Then there is this scrapbooking workshop called Beach Time. And what makes it a scrapbooking workshop is you are getting some punch outs, you are getting a sticker, you are getting the pattern paper with some exclusive one-sided papers, and then cardstock. So, I mean, it's really a nice value for how much you're really getting inside it. But now what they'll do is they took these same workshops and made them just into paper packs. So if you're like, oh, I don't need all of that, I just want the paper, you can do that as well. Or you're like, oh, I just want the paper and the stickers. You can do that as well. So they really are thinking multiple ways, which is nice. And then these are like the Picture My Life cards, which this will be also a workshop coming in May, that it will be a card class, card workshop. You have some very fun ephemera pieces. And then these are little puffy stickers. They're so darling. A 6x6 Valentine pack. And then you have some great stamp sets. I'm just going to kind of zip through these. And now here you have a stamp and you have a die, stamp and a die. These are some vellum pieces, and they're heavy duty vellum. They are gorgeous. Some ribbon and another embellishment, another paper pack. And this one's Simply Beautiful. And then they just kind of give you some more ideas for it. And some more ideas. So now remember that first scrapbooking set I showed you, here's the paper. And then all the extras that you could get. Some like confetti and an embossing folder and a stamp set and some dies. And then some ideas. Like I said, I'm just kind of flipping through so it gives you a general idea. This paper collection is gorgeous. Easter Joy. It is, one side is like UV coated and the other side is very flat. It's like a matte finish. This one side is shiny, one side is not. It's darling. This will be a workshop, I believe, in April. It was an Easter workshop coming in April, and it's already posted for you. And then some more cute little ideas. And so here was that Exploring Nature. Here's the paper collection. So if you're just like, I just want the paper, and it's called Nature's Symphony is here. And then the paper is Nature Walk. And then again, in a little bit in the catalog, we're going to see the same paper again, but with the stickers. And this is how the artist created the paper. It is stunning, stunning. And this one's called Cute as a Bug. And all the paper has like little bugs and springtime stuff. And I really like these mushrooms, but I don't need them. Oh, I might. I don't know. And this ribbon is so pretty. I am pacing myself. We have 4 months for this catalog. And then some cute little ideas. And then here was that beach one. So now this one's called Beach Boardwalk. So here's the paper. And these are puppies. So puffy stickers must be making their way back. The Stamp and Emboss machine is back in stock. So if you are in need of a machine to do your die cutting and embossing, it's back in stock. You have a die cut here. And then here's a cute little stamp and a little sheep. The sheep is a punch. I love this set. I've already gotten that, and it will be premiering in the masculine birthday card class, which I believe is it February? I think it's February. This is another one that's on my radar, but I have not ordered it yet. This is some fun patchworky paper that, you know, you're like, oh, I just need little strips or little blocks right there. Perfect. 2x2s. This stamp set and these dies, this die will actually cut out some washi tape. And the washi tape has those sprigs on it, and you would just lay the dies on top so that you can die cut those. Isn't that easy? So easy. So now here would be with the stickers. So it's that same paper that we've seen twice, but now with stickers and then another stamp set. So here's that Exploring Nature, Nature's Walk. It's so pretty. It really is. This is in my cart at the moment. And then you have Beach Time. And I'm still debating on this one, but I'm really leaning towards this stamp set just because it's got some great sayings that would be perfect for our cruise this summer. It is a fun collection. And then you have some dots. Now, for those of you that were familiar with Close to My Heart and their mix-ins, this is called the Mix Up collection. So you're going to get, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets, and they're two-sided. So it's great to bring into other collections. And you get 2 of each. So you're getting 12 sheets of paper. Amazing. Amazing. 2 more stamp sets. This is a fun one. It's on my radar. But again, I have 4 months. This Aspen Grove, I love this. I think this is spectacular. Here is another beautiful Sympathy set. It's so pretty. And it's not necessarily just sympathy. It's also like a get well. May you feel God's care and healing as you recover. So it's both sympathy and get well as a set. And then you have another embossing folder, and then just a little bit about the product of the month. And you can order this catalog if you're like, ooh, I like a paper copy. I like having catalogs in my hand. I like shopping that way. It's only $2 on the website. So you could order that if you wanted. And our next card will be, let me look. It is a fancy fold, so be ready for next Sunday for a fancy fold card. And we will be using the same paper again and probably the same stamp set, unless I pull another one. I don't know yet. So have a super evening, and remember, this video will be moved over to YouTube within this coming week. And so please like and subscribe the YouTube channel. I'm up to 62 people now. I'd love to try to get to 100 and then go from there. It would be wonderful. So have a super evening and have a great week. See you all soon.